Say hi, Smokey. 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 Hello, interwebs. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Motley Stew Show. My name is Luke Goldstein, and this week we're going to talk about hate and kind of the stupidity of hate. Many people this week have been talking about the murders that have taken place in Chapel Hill, and there's still a lot to be discussed. There's still a lot of facts to come out about whether or not this guy actually targeted these three people, these three students, because they were all Muslims, or just because they were neighbors and they had a previous dispute going on over noise and parking spaces. Either way, whether he attacked them for their religion or he attacked them over the parking space, what we need to be discussing about is the fact that we have become a society where certain people seem to deem any sort of infraction or violation against their own personal beliefs or liberties as something worth killing over. We need to find a way to come together and discuss better ways to solve disputes. Violence cannot be the only answer, and it seems to be the one that everyone jumps to these days. And that comes up in disputes over religion, domestic disputes, family disputes, money, and especially disputes between law enforcement and the citizens of whatever town. Now, like I said, facts are still coming out about this case, but for me, it does seem to me that this person already had a standing mental disorder. Some facts that have already come out about this individual is that he was widely known throughout that apartment complex as someone who was just ready to be angry at everything. He showed up to some people's doors over disputes over noise, holding a rifle in his hand. This was not a well-balanced individual. So this lends another point in the column of gun rights advocates when they're saying that it's not so much about the gun rights and being able to get guns easily, but about not letting guns fall into hands of people with mental issues. Now, I think you can be for both. You can say there should be more gun laws on the books, or at least we should be enforcing the ones that are on the books. And on top of that, making sure that people with mental health issues don't get their hands on these weapons. This guy actually had a concealed carry permit, so he was well within his rights to have that weapon on him. But then comes up a lot of the comments about this story, a lot of the outrage about this story, because it was initially assumed right away that this person had targeted those three students because they were Muslim and he was an atheist. So that brings up a lot of issues about people saying, look, he was an atheist and he had no morals, he had no ethics because he didn't follow God. He didn't have any God, and without that he can't have morals, which is avowedly untrue. People can have ethics and morals without following religious beliefs, without looking to a Bible or to another holy book to tell them what's good and what's bad. We can and do have the ability to figure that out for ourselves every single day. And I say that with confidence because I'm one of those people. But does that make me defend this guy? Absolutely not. What he did is despicable. It's ignorant and is heinous, and he should be given the due punishment he deserves. But we live in a society right now where it was immediately assumed that he went after these three students because they were Muslim and he was against religion. And actually a lot of people could have assumed that he went after them because they were Muslim because we have so much anti-Muslim hatred right now going on. Not even counting the fact that he was an atheist. He could have been any other religion or any other type of believer and still hated Muslims. But at this point in time, we don't know whether or not this was a hate crime or even connected to the fact that they were of a certain religious sect. It simply and sadly could be about parking space and noise disputes that had been going on for a long time between this man and these three people. And it finally boiled over where this man could not handle his own anger anymore, which is something that especially men have a stigma about learning to try to reach out for help when they can't do that, when they can't control that anger. A lot of times part of growing up as a man is being told that you have to suck it up, deal with it, don't ask for help, don't say that you have emotional conflicts, and especially don't say that you can't handle your anger. We were supposed to be proud about our anger. We're supposed to be angry and beat the crap out of whoever we don't like or people who disagree with us. We should be able to use our anger as power. But some people don't have that ability. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying it gets worse every single day or every single story. It's just that these things happen. They do in every society. We're never going to wipe them out. It is a little concerning that this story originally got very little play in the news media. Some people are saying it's because it was Muslims that were killed and it was a white guy who did it. Of course, when it did hit the media, they didn't call this guy a terrorist, where it might have been if it was a Muslim who killed 3 white people or 3 Christians. But to those people who are making that point, let's remember that terrorism is actually using an act of danger and despicable nature and violence to actually further a political viewpoint. This guy wasn't furthering anything. He wasn't trying to terrorize a bunch of people, hence terrorism. He was going after specific people for a specific reason. This is not terrorism. This was just an angry, imbalanced dude. So what do you guys think could be done about this? What do you think the lesson that can be learned from the Chapel Hill killings? Does this point to more gun rights legislation? Does this point to more money being pushed to mental health issues? Does this talk about concealed carry laws? Does this talk about trying to get communities to talk to each other more, especially neighbors? Because these are the people who interact with each other on a daily basis. These are the people who are very likely, if things go to hell, they're gonna go after each other because they're the closest. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. So thanks for watching another episode of the Motley Stew Show this week. Stay tuned for next week. And as always, you can like, favorite, share, subscribe. All those things are really cool. And here's your little bit of Logan. Gogi, ready? Logan, juggle. Wait, what are you doing? Come here. Bring him over here. Logan, come here. Logan, do you want to juggle? Juggle. Come here. Alright. Get it. There you go. Ready? And... Perfect. People can have ethics and morals without following religious beliefs, without looking to a Bible or to another holy book to tell them what's good and what's bad. We can and do have the ability to figure that out for ourselves every single day.